So let us straight away get into the meditation. Those who want to sit on the floor, they may sit. Those who are sitting on the chair, just relax. This will be a guided meditation. And you have to follow me. You may have your own daily meditation practices. Forget about those daily practices. Just follow the instructions carefully. The first step in meditation is the art of sitting. What Patanjali calls Thiram Sukham Asanam. Comfortable, steady posture. And the comfortable, steady posture so that you can relax physically, mentally. So we are in an inner exploration. Beyond the body, beyond the mind, beyond the prana, beyond the intellect, beyond the ego, beyond the time-space. Beyond the known, into the unknown, into the invisible, in search of our true nature. So with your hands resting on the knees, your body held erect, your attention between the eyebrows. Watching the breath, feeling the body, your heartbeat, the swell and the fall of the stomach walls. This is the posture. So totally relaxed. So first we develop, practice that awareness. Awareing the environment, awareing the body, awareing the breath. So taking long, deep breath. And identifying with the breath. You are the breath. So you take deep breath, hold it for a while, then breathe out. And before you breathe in, pause. So breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. So our journey takes us beyond the body, beyond the breath, prana, beyond our emotions, beyond our thoughts, beyond our identity, into the vast field of pure bliss. And this is achieved by awareness, observation, Sakshi Bhav. Our first identification with our possessions, our house, our children, our spouse, our job, our wealth, these are our external identification. We are clinging on to those objects. As a result, we develop fear, anxiety, and our happiness depends upon what we have. Our happiness should not depend upon what we have or what we don't have. These are prison houses. When you are attached to them, they become sources of pain and suffering. When you are detached from them, they are sources of entertainment. So just observe those possessions you have and detach from them by saying that my happiness does not depend upon them. That is the first avarana, first conditioning, our attachment to the external objects. As a result, you're totally dependent on them. And any change in the external environment disturbs you. So develop that wisdom. I have them, but they should not disturb me. So with your attention between the eyebrows, watching the breath, practicing pranayama, you are able to detach yourself. So what you have are momentary. They keep on changing. They are external. They come and go. Such is the observation. They are momentary, they come and go, they are external. So when you sit steady quietly, the body is still, The breath is deep, the mind is calm. To develop this power of observation without getting attached, without getting involved. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tan nirodha. Vairagya, practice of vairagya. After detaching from the outside objects, seeing their ephemerality, changeable nature, and they are observed, they fall in the field of your observation. And tell in your mind, I have them, but I am not them. So you are sitting either on the chair or on the floor, your hands are resting on the knees, your attention is between the eyebrows, you're watching your breath, and you are practicing deep breathing. Meaning, you take a long deep breath and hold it as long as you can. Then breathe out. Then hold there as long as you can. Then you breathe in. Practice that. And while you are practicing this, you are able to see that you are not attached to the world outside. You don't depend upon the world outside. The world depends on you. The world is nothing but a series of sensations. So your eyes are gently closed. And when you detach from the world of sensations, those sensations you interpret as your father, mother, spouse, children, house, car. These are all interpretations of the mind. They are just constituents of the Panchabhutas. Their value is interpretation of the mind. You give them value because you devalue yourself. So with a quiet, calm mind, observe the world, detach from the world. Your attention is between the eyebrows, you're watching the breath, you are breathing very deep. Along with this observation, you also chant the mantra. I chant, you repeat after me. Take a long deep breath and let us chant it together. Again, take a long deep breath. The ah should be extracted from the depth of your stomach. And the ah represent the whole universe. The world is just a sound. Again, take a long deep breath. Again, take a long deep breath and loud. Now relax. Your attention is between the eyebrows. You're watching the breath. Next stage is your body. Your body is a costume that you wear. Body is a garment, again made up of the 5 Panchabhutas. The body is modification of the food that you have eaten. The body is nothing but food. The body is like any other object in the world. You can observe the body undergoes change, the body finally disintegrates. Annamaya Sharira, the body which is modified food, which will become food. It is born of food, nourished by food, and become food. Annat bhavati, Annamaya kosha. You can see the beginning and end of the body. From a state of one single cell, the body become a house of billions of cells. Then it disintegrates. Annat bhavanti bhutani. Seeing this truth, that the body disintegrates at the end, it is constantly changing. It is made up of the food that you have eaten. It is constituted of many thousand millions of cells. Body is nothing but flesh, blood, urine and feces, bones and marrows. Thus objectifying the body, witnessing the body, you remain as the witness. Thereafter there is no fear of death. So seeing the body as modified food. The body has got a head, neck, trunk, hips, thighs, calf muscles, heels, toes, hands. You can see the body as a statue. So this continuous, awareful observation of the body, it heals the body. And you are something other than the body. Tatsyedameva shiraha. Ayam dakshina pakshaha, ayam uttara pakshaha, ayam atma, idam puchham pradishtha. This body has got a head, left hand, right hand, trunk and leg. And I am the observer of the body. I am different, another than the body. I have a body, but I am not the body. The body also falls in the field of awe. Therefore, we chant Ah once again. Take a long deep breath. The body is nothing but modification. Modification of food. So your attention is between the eyebrows. You're watching the breath. Your mind is calm. There are no thoughts in the mind now. Thought is a reaction to sensation. So when the mind is calm, the power and the splendor of the spirit manifests. After observing the body and detaching from the body, the meditator now observes the breath, pranamaya sharira, vayu vikara sharira. The breath that you take in goes to all over the body. Every cell is visited by the breath. The breath has 5 functions: ingestion, digestion, distribution, assimilation, and excretion. All the physiological functions are conducted by the breath. And the breath is modified air. The 5 cc of air that you breathe in divides itself into 5 functions. So you observe that breath and detach. Tatsya prana eva shiraha. Apana dakshina uttara pakshaha. Vyanaha dakshina pakshaha. Akasha atma. Prithvi puchham pratishtha. This prana, apana, vyana, samana, this vayu, the prana, in coordination with the gravity of the earth, make you stand erect. The body stands erect because of the function of prana. When the prana goes, the body falls. It is because of this prana you are able to eat, digest, excrete. So feel the 5 functions of the prana in the body. That you are breathing. Feel it deeply. The heart beats. The stomach walls rise and fall. Blood circulates. The sense of the food and the oxygen together create energy for the cells. What you breathe out is breathed in by the trees. What the trees breathe out, you breathe. Watch that prana. Pranamaya Sharira. So by daily pranayama, you are able to help the metabolic activities. You get good digestion, good appetite, good motion, and you gain vitality. So the pranamaya is the second layer of your personality. First was the physical body. Before it was your possessions. This pranamaya sharira falls in the vibration of U. So you take a long deep breath and say ooh together. Take a long deep breath. Ooh. Again, take a long deep breath. The oo also is to be extracted from the depth of the stomach. Once again, take a long deep breath. By uttering these sounds, ah and oo, you de-stress yourself. You feel lightness in the stomach. You feel a lightness in the heart region. You feel totally relaxed and you don't feel the weight of the body, angalakavam. Your mind is free from distracting thoughts. Mind is empty and pure. The prana is deep, the body is light. The next stop in your inward journey is your emotions. The mind, manomaya kosha. Your emotion, the emotional body. You extremely identify with your emotional body. When you're angry, jealous, scared, guilt, shame, depression, elation. These storms disturb you constantly. In the sit of meditation, you watch your own emotions. Your mind, your moods. And you realize you are something different from these moods and emotions. These moods and emotions are influenced by your upbringing. So watch them. You must have experienced an emotional outburst. Watch that. Tasya yajureva shiraha rigdakshina pakshaha samottara pakshaha adesha atma atharvangirasa puchham pradishtha. So whatever you have heard and seen from childhood, all become your emotional personality. Your relationship with your parents, the atmosphere in which you grew up, the stories you have heard, the rituals you have gone through, all these childhood experiences determine your emotions, your hate and your attachments. So watch your emotional body, emotional personality. How the emotions shake you, tear you apart. Some of the bad experiences and the good experiences, which has influenced your emotional personality, your parental attitude towards you, the abuses that you have undergone at authority figures' hands. All these emotional abuses and traumatic experiences are hidden in the unconscious. They manifest their ugly heads when you are weak, at the weak moments. So the manomaya kosha, a huge burden that you carry from the past, which influences your emotions. So as you sit with a calm, quiet mind, these subconscious and unconscious thoughts bubble up. Your past experiences, undigested experiences, which influence you in a very subtle way. Manomaya kosha. The This Manomaya Kosha is another costume, another garment that you wear. To go deep into your unconscious and organize things there. Again we chant the mantra, Ha, Ha. So take a long deep breath. Ha. 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 Take a long deep breath. Ha. 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 So take a long deep breath and breathe out through the mouth. Ha. Take a long deep breath. Ha. Take a long deep breath. Ha. Take a long deep breath. Ha. So you breathe through the nostril and breathe out through the mouth by saying ha. Ha. Now relax. So the guilt and the shame, the fear and the jealousy, all those emotions which have gathered from your upbringing just become a big block in your personality. The Manomaya Kosha. So the sadhaka, the seeker, must become aware of her emotional personality. The traumas, the shock, the abuses that you have gone through constitute your emotional personality. What you have been seeing as a child, they all become part of your emotional personality. Manomaya Kosha. Watch those emotions. Detach from them. Don't identify with those emotions. And these emotions influence your decisions, influence the quality of your experiences. And you are beyond these emotions. These emotions should not disturb your self. So the ability to watch your emotions and distance yourself from your emotions is very, very important. So your eyes are closed gently, your attention is between the eyebrows, you're watching your breath, and then you are listening to these words. So you are able to observe the outside world, your physical body, your physiological body, and your emotional body. You are able to observe and detach and transcend. So this emotional turbulence don't affect you. The next stop in your journey is the Vijnanamaya Kosha. The knowledge that you have acquired. Vijnanamaya. That you are a doctor, you are an engineer. The knowledge which influences your perceptions and experiences. You have to detach from your knowledge. The knowledge is an accumulation. It's something which you have and possess. And you are beyond what you have and what you know. Tasya shraddhaiva sharaha hridam dakshina pakshaha satyamuttara pakshaha yoga atma mahapucham pradishtha. This Vijnanamaya Kosha is constituted of your Shraddha, your faith. And yoga, your discipline. So the Vijnanamaya Kosha is to be observed. Your knowledge. That is your ultimate possession. So the meditator observes, watches her knowledge, her perception, her conviction, her ideologies, her beliefs. Everything is to be observed. That's by this observation you go beyond the knowledge and ignorance. That also is a costume, a coat of painting on the self. To go beyond it, you say, ah, ha. So take a long deep breath. Ah, ah and ha. Take a long deep breath. Ah, ha. Take a long deep breath. Ha. Aha. Take a long deep breath. Aha. So you take a long deep breath and then say, take a long deep breath. Ah. Now relax. So you've gone beyond the world outside, your body, prana, emotions, and knowledge. All these are accumulated by you. They are your possessions, and you are the possessor. And the last frontier in this journey is Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha, which you experience in deep sleep. In deep sleep, you possess nothing. You abide in your center. So thus, by a process of continuous detachment and observation, we are able to understand that we are beyond the world, beyond the body, beyond the prana, beyond the mind, beyond the intellect. Like as in deep sleep, you are not aware of any of those things. So to get established in that center, we chant the Brahmari mantra. So take a long deep breath. Again take a long deep breath. As you do the Brahmari, turn your tongue upward, inward. Take a long deep breath. So you are sitting cross-legged or on the chair. Your hands are resting on the knees. Your attention is between the eyebrows. You're watching the breath. And you're totally detached. In this state of samadhi, you get access to that infinite bliss, like even honey falling on your tongue. You see everything as bliss and beatitude. After the Anandamaya Kosha is pure Anandam. The pure Anandam is covered by the Vishayanandam. Your knowledge, your emotions, your prana, your body, the world around, all of them have become coverings for the light of the soul. So this understanding of yourself, this experience of your true being is what samadhi meditation is all about. So thus the meditator objectifies the world and sees the world as constant flux and change. He objectifies the body and sees the body as a modified food. He objectifies his prana. The prana is modification of air. He objectifies the mind. The mind is what you have acquired, emotional acquisition from your birth, childhood. Those experiences, childhood experiences, undigested experiences, influence your life now. Then there is the Vijnanamaya Kosha. What you acquired, your acquired knowledge through discipline and learning. Then the Anandamaya Kosha. And beyond is pure Anandam, which is your real nature. And that pure Anandam is Soham, Soham, Hamsa, Soham, Hamsa. So take a long deep breath and say all the three letters, A, O, Ma. Take a long deep breath. Take a long deep breath. And relax. Abide in that center. Beyond the world, body, prana, emotions, knowledge, and sleep. That center is pure bliss and light. At this point, your mind is totally free from thought. Your body is still and your prana is deep. You are in that blissful state of being where you can say Soham, Soham, I am this. Shivoham, I am Shiva. So abide in that still center. Kala deshavadibhyam nirmuktam nityamuktam. A state where you are free from the fluctuations of time and space. You are free from the standpoint of the self, the Atman. You are bound when you identify with the external objects. So remain in that center, quietly, calm, free from thought and worries, by simply mentally chanting Soham, 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 Hamsa, Soham, Hamsa, Shivoham, Shivoham, Soham, Hamsa, Hamsa, Soham, Shivoham. Keep chanting that mantra mentally. So your attention is focused between the eyebrows. Together. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnad Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Now please open your eyes. These things you have to practice continuously so that you can abide in the center all the time and from there interact with the world. So you can happily move around in the world instead of moving in the world for happiness. That's the central principle. That's the central principle. Happily go around rather than for happiness. Because when you go in the world, outside world for happiness, that you are missing your natural happiness. So you get artificial, concocted happiness, not the real happiness. The real happiness is to be invoked from within yourself. The other is only a shadow, and we are chasing that shadow all the time and feel miserable. Like chasing the horizon. The more you move, the more it recedes from you. So this understanding is very important. My happiness is within myself, not outside. I cannot harvest it from outside. I have to invoke it from myself. And the meditation will help you. It will make you healthy, happy, and at peace with yourself. At this point, we are struggling with ourselves. Constant struggle and dissipation of energy. And at the end of the day, we are thoroughly exhausted, confused. So all this is because you are not contemplative, reflective, meditative. You're all the time reactive. Immediate reaction. You act before you think. So what is important is reflective action, not reaction. Reflective action. When you reflect, your spirit will awake. If you don't reflect, you suppress the spirit. So that's the secret of meditation. So tomorrow we will do the Kundalini meditation, awakening your hidden powers, Kundalini meditation. And day after we will be doing the Shunya meditation. And then we also will do the Yoga Nidra meditation. So various meditation. So that I am exposing you to various types of meditation so that you can choose your type of meditation. So we'll see you tomorrow here, 7:30. And this evening, 6:30. Hari Om.